Hello everyone, I'm Marshall from the International Kriegsspiel Society, and I wanted to give you a little taste of Kriegsspiel by allowing you to be the commander of a little skirmish. We're going to play using a system that I developed called the K-22 system. That's short for Kriegsspiel 2022. It's based on the original Reeswitz system, but it's heavily modified and streamlined for casual play and for fun. The original Kriegsspiel was done as a military training exercise, so it wasn't necessarily meant to be fun, nor was it necessarily streamlined, at least not at first. It was over time by the Prussian army as they realized some of the minutiae could go and they could run faster exercises with their cadets. Our system is based on how we play in the International Kriegsspiel Society, so it's a very good and efficient system for people to game with. This battle that I'm going to put on for you is a sort of branching scenario, meaning you'll watch this video on YouTube, then you'll go to another video, then you'll have some choices. You'll make about 3 choices in all, and that will determine which video you watch in the series. This battle has 4 possible outcomes, and depending on your choices, you'll get one of those 4 possible outcomes. The goal, of course, is to, when we think of war, we think about winning and losing. We think about right choices and wrong choices. But I don't really think that that's the best way to approach this. We think about being in command, and I also don't know if that's exactly the best way to approach this. Kriegsspiel teaches some very important lessons about warfare. First of all, you're in command, but you're not in control. Your ability to control the events on the battlefield are actually quite limited. Once you commit your troops, they're committed. They're out of your control. What happens after that is down really to the sergeants and the soldiers who are responsible for the fighting and other elements over which you no longer have control. You've given up control by issuing your command to attack or to defend or whatever it may be. The other thing is making the right decision or the wrong decision. There are really no right or wrong decisions. There are decisions that are better than others. There may be some optimal decisions. But it's kind of hard to say that a decision is right when it results in casualties and suffering and all of the problems and chaos and terrible things that come with fighting wars. It's also hard to say that a decision is wrong when you don't have knowledge of all the variables that go into the calculus that determines the outcome. You're doing the best you can, and sometimes, well, surprises happen. Finally, winning and losing. In a lot of Kriegsspiel scenarios, we end the battle even before there is a definitive, decisive victory by one side or the other. That's generally because each battle is an exercise. We're trying to illustrate an important concept for the players. It isn't about crushing your enemy so much. It's about learning the importance of, let's say, your route of march, your logistics, or where to place the reserve, things like that. And so typically when that objective is reached from an academic standpoint, the scenario comes to an end. Of course, we do play this as a game, so we often play a little longer so that we can see that there is an outcome to the scenario or that an outcome is inevitable. That's just how we like to play. It's a little more fun that way, and it gives the players a little more closure. But when playing Kriegsspiel, that's not the point, and it isn't necessary. In today's battle, you will have that closure, though. You will see whether or not you won or lost the battle. But keep in mind, winning and losing is also relative, something that happens in matters of degrees. And the fact is, it's very hard to say that one side has won when they have casualties and people suffering and mourning back home. Alright, I'm going to turn myself off here and let you see a little bit more of the map. I'm going to go ahead and give you your briefing. You are in command of an advance force ordered to help clear a path for the main army, which expects to fight a decisive battle in the next day or 2. Now, that army is not yet on the map. It's coming up behind you. It's believed that victory in that battle will win the war for your side. To perform your mission, you need to know the following. The enemy occupies a strong point, which you are ordered to capture. That's here. They also occupy a forward position which you must overrun to again approach the main objective. Enemy forces consist of one reinforced brigade of infantry consisting of 3 battalions and one half battery of 4 guns. They enjoy the benefit of good defensive ground. You control also one reinforced brigade of infantry with 3 battalions and one full battery of artillery. That's 8 guns. There are reports from scouts that the enemy has rallied a 2nd brigade from their reserve, and they are marching to the strong point to reinforce it. Should they arrive, your mission will become almost suicidally difficult, and you are unlikely to succeed. Therefore, there should be some urgency in your movement. However, hasty attacks and rapid movements also have the effect of tiring and disrupting your troops, making them less effective in combat. And remember, this is a Kriegsspiel exercise, so you are in command, but not in control. Alright, that concludes your briefing. Now proceed to the next video to make your first decision.